Keep in mind, this pale Teletubby from South Africa is in this country, and he benefits not only from government assistance, he benefits from a slew of welfare benefits for his companies, while in the same breath talking about black people.
You think that society blames everything on racism now?
It blames a lot of things on it, and yeah.
You think that's unfair?
Yeah.
Why?
I think we should not make this a constant subject. I think we need to move on.
I'm happy that Elon Musk has had the courage to come forward and deal with racism as much as he has, that he's now over it. Not only was this interview an insight into the narcissism of the billionaire population of the world, but more so an insight into Elon Musk's mind. In the same breath that he says that we need to get over racism because it never exists, he says this about DEI, further perpetuating the racist tropes about black people.
Do you believe that women and minority pilots are inherently less intelligent and less skilled than white male pilots?
No, I'm just saying that we should not lower the standards for them.
I've been better than you for about 10 years now. I'm better, so...
There's no evidence that standards are being lowered when it comes to the airline industry.
That Boeing changed to include DEI as a fundamental executive incentive.
You're black.
But do you understand how by saying just that standards are being lowered, that you're implying that they're being lowered because people are less skilled and less intelligent, and you're talking about people of color and or women?
And everyone knows, in order for you to have the same level of professional job in this world, well, maybe the world, I speak for America, as a person of color, more specifically as a black person, you have to work 5 to 10 times harder to prove your worth. Now, by inherently saying that standards shouldn't be lowered for things like pilots or doctors, he is alluding to the fact that affirmative action is the only reason we're qualified to work in these spaces, which is just not fucking true. Let alone all of the black employees at Tesla who have sued, filed discrimination suits against him and against the culture that he's created at his company. This man grew up in apartheid South Africa. His views on black people, their value, their relevance, are not anything I'm taking in stride. Don Lemon did a great job at asking him the right questions and steering the conversation the right way. But by him saying, let's just go to Twitter, and Twitter will give the answers that I'm not giving, he's giving space to those far right-wing, crazy conservatives within the same lane that Candace Owens does, not conscribing to his own belief system, but saying things that are misinformation for them to believe it. All we know in this world is whatever you believe, you'll find something to support it online.
Why is Elon Musk fucking this up so badly? Simple. His carefully crafted public image as a genius innovator has been a con from the very start. Elon didn't found Tesla. He used the money he got from co-founding PayPal, the payment service that sucks, to buy a stake in Tesla. Then he kicked out the original co-founder, Martin Eberhard, and stole Martin's title, not to mention his car. SpaceX does some cool shit, but they're a government space contractor that makes their money suckling at Uncle Sam's teat. And face it, Elon didn't design those rockets, he just brags about it on Twitter. And finally, there's Hyperloop and the Boring Company. Remember how Elon claimed he invented a new system of transportation that was supposed to end traffic forever? Well, that turned into a 2-mile tunnel in Las Vegas where a Tesla drives you at 30 miles an hour. Yeah, it's pretty slow, but it could be useful if you're too drunk to stumble from the Bellagio to the Circus, I guess. Elon is good, no, great, at exactly 3 things: trolling, causing chaos, and telling everyone he's a genius. And he does all those things on Twitter, which seems to be the only reason he bought it. But you know what? If you're addicted to gambling, you probably shouldn't buy the horse track. And now that Elon runs Twitter, he's running it straight.
Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, Africans. We hope that you are doing fine where you are, and if you ain't doing fine, please do fine where you are. I'm having my brother here.
My name is Nick, and thank you, Evans, for welcoming me to this discussion today.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, recently I made a video about Trump and Elon Musk, and there's a white guy who came up front, and he was calling out Elon Musk. He said that Elon Musk is a predator. Just imagine. And he was giving very, very long examples of why he's calling Elon Musk a predator. And right now we know how much Elon Musk feels entitled to the White House. You know, he's not part of the US government, but he makes himself look that because he's a friend to a billionaire like he's himself. You know, he's a billionaire, in fact the richest man in the world, befriending befriending Donald Trump, you know. And Americans are really not happy about this. You see, he went to the extent of saying that he went to the extent of doing the Nazis gesture when he did this, you know. And not so many African Americans and the Americans were happy about this, you know. They say that he's reminding them of the Nazis. And we know that the Nazis were responsible for the Israeli genocide in Germany back then, you know. So as a consequence, what follows is that Elon Musk the sales of Tesla has really dropped such a high level, you know. We know he makes very nice cars. Yeah, his cars are really good. People who have driven them say, you know. And I can't sit back and think that people would buy from an individual with whom supports Nazi regime, you know. So we want to watch this video, listen to why and how Elon Musk is losing, and then we shall get back with a deep critical analysis.
Yeah, sure. Just know that when there is a predator, that means someone must be a prey.
And
So,
who is the prey?
who is the prey?
That's a very big question.
Yeah.
Me and you might be the prey. So
That's what this video is. See what comes out of it.
yeah, sure.
Elon Musk, a name that's been synonymous with groundbreaking innovation and unmatched ambition. But now many are asking, could the very force that built Tesla be the one holding it back? Tesla has hit unexpected turbulence, faltering sales, rising protests, and a shifting public image. And as Musk's personal politics take center stage like never before, his actions are creating ripples not just within Tesla, but across the world. So what's really going on behind the scenes? Is the visionary still Tesla's greatest asset, or has he become its biggest liability? And is Tesla in danger of losing its dominance? Let's dive in. Let's begin with Tesla's sales crisis. Its sales trajectory is trending downward, especially in Europe. In Germany, it's down 76% in February. In France, it's down 45%. In Netherlands, it has dropped by 24%. In Sweden, sales are down by 42%. In Norway and Denmark, the sales have fallen by 48%. Moving on to Portugal, sales are down by 53%, and in Spain, it's dropped by 10%. Outside Europe, trends seem to be similar. Tesla sales in Australia fell 71% in February compared with the same month last year, while the automaker's worldwide sales of cars produced in China were reportedly down 49%. Meanwhile, US Tesla sales remain relatively stable, but growth has slowed significantly. In California, Tesla registrations fell about 12% last year, indicating mounting challenges for the automaker in the key US market. And why is that so? Because of Musk's growing political controversies. Investors are now asking, can Tesla reverse this downward trend? When Donald Trump returned to the White House in January, Musk was appointed to head a brand new government agency, the Department of Government Efficiency. His main task, cutting regulations and streamlining government agencies. However, critics argue he's using this position to benefit Tesla, SpaceX, and other companies. The big question now, is Musk exploiting his government role for personal gain? Even some Tesla investors are starting to worry. Their concern? Musk's growing political focus and his close ties to President Trump may be distracting him from Tesla's struggling business. But the controversy isn't just in the US. In Europe, where Tesla sales are already declining, Musk's public support for far-right parties is pushing away more customers. He has backed the far-right AfD party in Germany, while he's used his social media platform X to promote right-wing figures in Britain, Italy and Romania. Additionally, he has been accused of making a Nazi-like salute on stage.
My heart goes out to you.
Why does this matter? Europe is Tesla's second largest market after the US, and many Tesla buyers in Europe prioritize environmental policies. His political alignments are clearly hurting Tesla's brand and sales. The backlash is growing. Protests have erupted across the US and Europe. Tesla showrooms in US cities including New York, Palo Alto, St. Louis, Chicago, Portland, and Boston have seen demonstrations. Internationally, protests have spread to Barcelona, London, and Lisbon. But what are protesters arguing? Demonstrators believe Musk's alignment with Trump and far-right figures contradicts Tesla's mission. They further believe his anti-union stance is hurting Tesla workers. Protesters also allegedly feel that Tesla's brand no longer represents progressive and clean energy values, which has forced even its most loyal buyers to question their support for the EV maker.
I decided that I wanted to join the protest here and send a message to Elon Musk in a way that I think is very direct. We could adversely impact sales and inflict financial pain on him, similar to the financial pain that he's inflicting on our veterans, our seniors, and a lot of less fortunate people in the US, along with our federal workers.
Uma pessoa tão reacionária, tão perigosa como Elon Musk.
The way to reach and harm someone as reactionary and dangerous as Elon Musk is to put financial pressure on him. And to do that, you have to stop buying Tesla and sell your Tesla shares. This demonstration is not just a question of ethics, but also to ensure that people have a minimum of scruples.
And the protests are having an impact. Tesla's stock price has tumbled. The EV maker's market value has reportedly fallen by 45% since reaching a record high of $1.5 trillion in December 2024. This pushed Musk's new boss, Trump, to step in and save his employee. In a public show of support, the president announced he would buy a Tesla.
And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets. And number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. And I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people.
This helped the stock recover some losses, but Tesla's troubles are far from over. In addition to these controversies, Tesla is also reportedly beginning to lose its market share. Chinese EV maker BYD has overtaken Tesla as the world's largest EV seller. Legacy automakers such as Volkswagen, BMW, Stellantis, and Renault are also aggressively expanding EV production in Europe. In North America, Ford and General Motors are also pricing their EVs lower than that of Tesla. This has forced Tesla to slash prices and offer hefty discounts to stay competitive. However, now this is squeezing profits. Reports suggest Tesla's fourth quarter profit margin from vehicle sales fell to 13.6%. This has increased concerns for investors. The more distracted Musk gets with politics, government roles, and his other ventures, the harder it will become for Tesla to defend its market position and value. Tesla is at crossroads. Once an undisputed EV leader, it now faces shrinking sales, growing competition, and a brand in turmoil. And with Elon Musk diving deeper into politics, investors are questioning where his focus truly lies. To counter its global sales slump, Tesla is turning to new markets, the largest one in the world. After years of failed attempts, it's finally making a serious push into India, leasing a flagship showroom in Mumbai with a second in Delhi already planned. But can this pay off? Or will Tesla face the ever-inquisitive, mileage-friendly Indian audience? One thing is for certain, given Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's close relations with US President Donald Trump, Musk's political leanings may not dent Tesla's image in India. With the India test ahead, can Musk still steer Tesla through its biggest challenge yet? Or will his own decisions drive away customers, investors, and Tesla's future? In the end, the biggest risk to Tesla might not be the competition, but Elon Musk himself.
So basically, some of the things that might cause the Tesla sales to drop down include the increased competition.
Yes.
So this highlights as a major fact. So as a matter of fact, Tesla sales have been dropping down, and it's facts. Yeah. And some of the reasons why the Tesla sales might be dropping down include increased competition.
Yeah, sure.
So this is highlighted as a major factor. Traditional automakers and new EV companies, particularly those from China like BYD, are releasing compelling electric vehicles
at very affordable prices.
Often at more competitive price points.
And actually, I have seen more Chinese EV in Africa than I have never seen a Tesla myself, never ever. But I have seen many Chinese EV and Japanese EV here in Africa.
Sure.
So it tells you something about the competition.
These BYD cars, they have very durable batteries, understand, which most people tend to buy them for this very reason.
Yeah, sure.
So one major thing that Elon Musk has portrayed is the controversial public persona. So the script points out that the Tesla CEO's increasingly controversial political views and public sentiment are negatively impacting consumers' perception of the brand and their willingness to buy Tesla vehicles.
And this has been shown by the news anchor you've seen. When he decided that he was going to remind the victims of the Nazi genocide their bad memories, that is the moment the stocks of Tesla started dropping. See, he stood with a terrorist group, and he said, and he even showed a gesture. I don't want to show it. I don't, because it's just something which, like 2 million Jews were killed by Hitler.
That's a great atrocity, and no one would like to associate with Nazis.
And do you know, it's funny that Trump's grandparents are from Germany.
Wow.
And Elon Musk himself is from Africa.
So who's the pride?
A big question you should ask yourself.
So another thing that has caused the Tesla sales to drop include production challenges and delays. So issues like reported delays in the updated Model Y in China can and has indeed negatively affected consumer confidence and sales.
Yeah, sure.
So these cars are like Model Y, which was imported in China, caused a problem, a delay, which is causing Tesla sales to drop down. So another one is impact of price cuts and profit margins. While price reductions can boost sales in the short terms, they significantly impact Tesla profit margins, which can be a concern for investors and potentially signal a need for a higher sales volume to maintain profitability. So you understand, for a company like Tesla to run, so it's the efforts of investors. So it's not run like with Elon Musk himself.
No.
So
he's just also just a stakeholder.
A stakeholder in the big shares, the big economic shares.
Yeah.
So and the reductions have significantly affected the sales. So another point is sales drop in key markets. So the scheme specifically mentions a significant drop in Tesla sales in China in early 2025.
Do you know why Tesla's sale in China is key? You know, the country which has the highest population is China.
Sure.
So he was betting so many people, I'm going to produce more of this model and I'm going to sell them to Chinese. Not knowing that Chinese, because the Americans banned TikTok. They later brought it back. They also banned Huawei. So the Chinese are also protecting themselves from the outside world, right?
Sure.
And that's why I think his sales dropped.
And China has a bigger market.
Yes.
And if America has put sanctions on China, then China won't retaliate.
Yeah, it will retaliate, as you say.
So another thing is regional impact. So in Europe, particularly in countries like Germany, sales have deteriorated following Musk's support for far-right political parties.
Yeah, sure.
So understand about far-right? So there are also indications that sales are being affected in areas of the U.S. that traditionally lean
democratic. You understand that Elon Musk is a Republican. He's a person for MAGA, Make America Great Again. But now, the Democrats do not want to be part of supporting MAGA in any way. And supporting MAGA in this case is buying from Tesla, buying from Elon Musk, you know. Elon Musk should have separated business from politics.
Sure.
He should have stayed on politics.
Business and politics do not work.
You'll run losses if you mix the two. Yeah.
So this point is one that is very big. I mean, the Musk effect, because of how much the Tesla brand has become intertwined with Elon Musk, also his actions have an amplified effect on the company's reputation. So this has led to consumers feeling that by purchasing a Tesla, they're endorsing his political views. Which
should not be the way. You know, products are here to serve people. The Teslas will not only be driven by Republicans, they are here to be driven by anyone. You know, when you go to ask for your license, you are not asked, are you a Republican or no? The dealership does not even ask you that.
Sure.
So, but he's bringing that into the minds of the people because you support him by building his pockets. He uses the money to support Trump. Trump uses the money to suppress the Democrats.
Very true. So you see.
So they just come and try to do what? To extinguish the fire by denying it oxygen, basically.
So Trump having the largest shares in Tesla is the face of Tesla, and no one would like to endorse his political views.
Exactly.
Yeah, by buying Tesla, you see.
Yes. I wouldn't myself.
True.
But they're really good cars, I'm told.
They're really good cars, and every person here, especially in Africa, would love to have one.
Yeah. Anyways, let's have a conclusion to this. You see, Musk is increasingly vocal. Musk says increasingly vocal political involvement has created a situation where consumer purchasing decisions are being influenced by their political ideology, which is detrimental to Tesla's future.
Sure.
Yeah. You don't mix politics and business. You'll run losses. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, just say.
This is a clarion call to Tesla.
Yes.
And all the investors in Tesla.
Yes.
So you don't mix politics with business. So would you continue this business with politics?
No. You see, the statistics have shown us, and the numbers do not lie. Stocks are going down, sales are going down, just because of one decision that he made. Yeah. So this is EFK Regional Documentaries. My brother here is
Nick and Diasporans, and I'm glad to have shared this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a clarion call to even America itself. So they allow businessmen to
thrive with their business, with their political ideology, and still make sales.
Yeah, sure.
Is there a way to separate the business from the politics? Yeah. I guess we'll end here. We still have a lot to say, but this video is meant to be short. And see you in the next one.